It took me 22 years of building businesses and coaching founders to figure out what I'm about to hand you in the next 12 minutes. It's a simple framework that has changed the way I run my business and my life, and I call it decision architecture. I started putting it together after watching the same thing happen to founder after founder. They build something incredible and achieve high degrees of success. But the exact thing that got them there, making every decision themselves, is the very thing that halts their progress. I've used this framework myself to build a 7-figure real estate business, coach over 12,000 people in my online sales training platform, write my own book without a ghostwriter or AI, speak on stages in front of 50,000 people, and still enjoy dinner with my family every night. So without wasting any more of your time, this is decision architecture. And it starts with the thing that almost nobody's talking about: decision fatigue. Decision fatigue is the root cause hiding behind so many symptoms successful business owners are feeling, like a mystery disease where everybody treats the symptoms but not what's actually causing them. Here's how it happens. An entrepreneur starts a business and achieves success because they're doing everything themselves. They've got what it takes: the mindset, the grit, the delayed gratification, and that is how most businesses start. But eventually, they scale past a point where that is sustainable. The truth is that everyone today is suffering from decision fatigue. And the very tools and technology that are supposed to save time and make life more convenient are only generating more decisions. The symptoms of decision fatigue that so many successful business owners are experiencing include a racing mind. You just can't turn your brain off. You're extremely busy, but not as productive as you should be. You're reacting to everything going on around you instead of proactively using your time. You're physically present, but mentally absent. You're sitting at the dinner table with your family or friends, and you're physically there, your body is there, but your mind is elsewhere. You check your phone before it even goes off just because you feel compelled to make sure everything's okay. You're experiencing those because you've hit a ceiling. Not because you're failing, but because you're responsible for too many decisions. Be honest with yourself for a second. When was the last time you finished a workday, not just actually stopped, but mentally feeling done? The day has concluded. You can turn your brain off of business mode, walk out of your office, and actually enjoy the rest of your day and be present with those around you. Because here's the part that nobody talks about. Everybody has a limit to the amount of decisions they can make in a day. I call it the decision reserve. Think of it like a bank account, and every day it has a starting balance. The average person makes over 35,000 decisions per day. As a leader or business owner, you probably hit that before lunch. Every low-value decision that you make is a withdrawal on your decision reserve. So by the time you need to make an important high-level decision, you're already fatigued. What drains your decision reserve are low-value decisions that you know need to be made, but not by you. They're not the highest and best use of your time, your skill set, or your superpower. They don't bring you any joy, and they are below your level. As a result, you're spending most of your day feeling mentally fatigued. And this is why so many solutions that people reach for, like a better morning routine, a cold plunge, journaling, that new AI tool, or a coach, simply won't fix it because they're treating symptoms, not the actual decision architecture. There are 5 steps to fixing your decision architecture. Today, we're doing steps 1 through 4 in full. Stay tuned for the last and most important one. Step 1, the decision audit. Keep this simple and don't overthink it. You can use a notepad, the Notes app on your phone, a running Google document, or an AI tool like Whisperflow. I use Whisper for everything. It's a highly accurate voice transcription app, and I couple it with Claude to get all of my thoughts out quickly. Just pick something and start. Here's how the decision audit works. For 1 full week, you are going to document every decision: family, scheduling, business, billing, all of it. And listen closely. You are going to document every decision that enters your mind, not just comes across your desk. Decision fatigue is as much of a mental challenge as a logistical one. So anything that drains your reserve must be documented. Think of this process like a mail room in a big office building. All of the mail gets dumped into the big bin before it gets sorted. Step 1, the decision audit, is like that big bin. All of the decisions are just coming in, and we're not going to even think about what to do with them yet. But we first need to collect them so we can actually physically see every decision that we are facing. We're just collecting, not organizing. And this is really important because you can't fix what you can't see. This is likely going to be the first time you're going to see all of your decisions laid out in front of you, and it's going to be eye-opening. Once you've completed it, every decision from the audit gets sorted into one of 4 buckets. Today, let's cover 3 of them. The first bucket is eliminate. And this is what most business owners just don't want to hear. There are decisions in the audit that, quite frankly, don't need to be made. Not by you, not by AI, not by a system, not by anyone. They just don't need to happen. After a recent call with a consulting client, we discovered through her decision audit that 25 to 30% of her time was being eaten up by her lowest revenue client that was completely draining her of all of her mental energy, all of her joy, and the money just wasn't worth it. She made one decision: I'm not working with these clients anymore, instantly freeing up thousands of micro decisions tied to those relationships and 25 to 30% more time to go get higher value clients that will bring more revenue and more joy to her life. And the thing is, she had to work with those types of clients at the beginning to get her business off the ground, but not anymore. So look at your decision audit and ask yourself, what am I doing purely out of habit that doesn't need to exist at all? Maybe something you used to have to do, but not anymore. Once you've eliminated those decisions, we move on to bucket 2. And this is where most people see the biggest time savings. Automate. These decisions need to happen, but not by you, and probably not by a person at all. Think about your decision reserve. I've found that we have an unlimited capacity for decisions that we love, but everything else drains you. A good example is email. No executive should be doing their own email. If you can't afford an assistant yet, use an AI tool like Claude and connect it with your Gmail to read all of your past emails, understand all of the relationships in your life and business, your tone, start sorting emails, and even drafting replies. Other aspects could include CRM updates, calendar auditing, and even scheduling. Anything that is repetitive and rule-based and that could easily be handled by technology. Now, if the thought of learning how to do all this stuff is a little overwhelming, don't worry. You can easily hop online and figure out how to do this with great tutorial videos, or better yet, hire someone to implement it for you. You don't have to know how to do the thing as long as you hire someone that knows how to do the thing. Tell them what you want to build or integrate or automate. They'll do it for you, hand you the keys, and you're good to go. Be honest with yourself. How much of your day yesterday was spent doing email? Drop the number in the comments. I really want to know. And that's not to make you feel guilty. It's to help you be aware so you can permanently remove those decisions from your plate and free up more of your decision reserve. Now, bucket 3 is the one that actually took me the longest to let go of. Delegate. These are decisions that require human judgment and expertise, just not yours. An example in my business is booking travel. I have wonderful opportunities to speak on stages and work with incredible individuals and organizations. And I am very picky as to where I stay. My hotel is ideally within a short driving distance from the venue. It should have a full kitchen so I can prepare my food and be within a close delivery of Whole Foods so I can Instacart all of my healthy groceries to my room. It needs to be within 15 minutes of my gym, preferably a Lifetime Fitness where I have a national membership. There should be an organic coffee shop nearby and a delicious, highly reviewed Mediterranean restaurant because I can eat Mediterranean food all day, every day. And finally, I need a nonstop flight with an aisle seat. All of this takes a long time to put together, and fortunately, my incredible executive assistant does all of this for me, so none of these decisions ever have to enter my mind. Before I hired him, sometimes it would take me 3 to 4 hours to book my travel putting all that together. Not anymore. None of those decisions ever enter my mind. So that's more personal life related. From a business perspective, anything that requires my specific knowledge, expertise, and skill set stays with me. Working with my consulting clients, understanding exactly where they're at with their business, designing their specific decision architecture, and implementing the right sequencing as to when to move to the next phase. These are things that only I can and should be doing. Other things like writing my book without a ghostwriter or AI and getting it published, speaking, consulting, and relationship building. These are decisions I actually want to make. When every moment of your day is spent making decisions that only you are uniquely suited for and enjoy making, your business doesn't just improve. It scales past what you ever thought was possible, and you're no longer running on empty. Recently I was running a Q&A session and somebody asked me, Rob, what's your morning routine like? You're so dialed in with your business and your health and you've got your family time. I feel like I need an improvement in my morning routine. So what do you do? And my answer was, I don't have a morning routine. I wake up, I have coffee with my wife, I enjoy breakfast with my wife and daughter, I come into my home studio and start working. Because the truth is, your morning routine will never outpace your daily routine. A morning routine cannot fix a broken decision architecture. Because when your architecture is fixed, you're not just more profitable, you're fulfilled, present, and mentally in control. So here's what I want you to do after this video. Start your decision audit. Even if just for today, document every decision that enters your mind. And the one thing that almost nobody gets right, that's bucket 4, protect. If you want more direction on implementing decision architecture for your specific business, sign up for my weekly newsletter where I deliver practical, tactical steps on how to understand and implement this in your life and business. Click the link at the very top of the description.